everyone was reminded by Kamaru Usman just who he is controlling. In a lopsided 5-round clinic, Hakeem Buckley was completely dominating the press conference following Usman's victory. He even stole the show when an interviewer brought up Bal Muhammad's Twitter call-out. The Nigerian nightmare looked exactly like the pound-for-pound legend we remember, with crisp wrestling, perfectly timed takedowns, and dominant control. Usman dismissed it with a cold dismissal, dunking on Bal's name as if it hadn't even registered. Then he turned his attention to Islam Makhachev, boldly calling him out and saying that Jack Della Maddalena might just pull off the upset inside the cage. This victory over a rising contender like Buckley is a statement, and Kamaru has probably secured the next welterweight title shot. The only question now is who will be holding that title when he gets his chance. What do you think will happen in the comments below, Jack or Islam?
Is that something you would entertain if the UFC, came to you about it?
Who is it?
Belal Muhammad.
Who is it?
Former welterweight champion Belal Muhammad.
Next. I forgot it. Next. JDM's no slouch. Let's not look past JDM. I said that in his last fight, and he went out there and he showed you guys, don't look past him. He's very, very talented.
So, do you predict that Islam would win the 70 belt once that fight gets made?
I'm not predicting anything. All I'm saying to you guys is stop sleeping on JDM. He's very, very talented. That's why he's the champion right now. So, let's not sleep on him. It's going to be an interesting fight. I will be watching that fight, and I'll take the winner.
How big would a fight between you and Islam be? That would have to be like one of the biggest fights in the company, right?
Of course. When have we ever had former pound for pound and current pound for pound? If he's able to get in there and wrestle that belt away from JDM, former pound for pound, current pound for pound, I think everybody wants to watch that. So
this is where things start to go crazy. Because UFC security didn't recognize Buckley, the Usman he just defeated in the main event, he was not allowed to enter the venue where he was about to compete. Security blocked Buckley and his group as they attempted to enter, since they were a little late and didn't think he was a fighter. The entire affair was captured on camera by Buckley, who then shared it on Instagram. The video is going viral, but this isn't an isolated incident. Rather, it's starting to happen frequently. This is nothing new to us. Because he wasn't identified, Merab Dvalishvili, the UFCCC bantamweight champion, got aggressive with his security guard. At weigh-ins, Mad was denied entry since a UFC official was unsure of his identity. Similar encounters have even been had by men like Dricus du Plessis. Social media users were furious about this occurrence, claiming that it's crazy that athletes who risk their lives
we just gotta get to him. Can somebody escort us or something? Sir. All right, thank you.
The UFC couldn't take us to here, so we had to walk here ourselves.
Right now.
Now they're not letting us in. We're the main event.
That's crazy. All right, y'all figure that out for us, okay? All right. Can we give somebody our number? Let us stay right here, man.
They're not letting us in at the moment.
In a video that appeared on the Russian social media platform Telegram, Islam Makhachev has formally responded to Kamaru Usman's criticism after his resounding victory over Hakeem Buckley. Things are becoming heated quickly. When questioned directly about Usman calling him out, Islam immediately stated that he was prepared to, quote, "I'll battle anyone who wants it. When the time comes, simply email me a contract. Now that I've eliminated my division's top 5, it's time to do the same. At lightweight and welterweight, I'm in hiding. The UFC is aware that I will accept anyone they offer me. Nothing needs to be proven by me. Let anyone who desires it come," concludes the quotation. It's more than just talk. Islam has always made it clear that it is willing to combat Kamaru. Yes, there is video evidence of the two having spoken to each other in person before.
You have belt? If you have belt, me you fight.
You come 155.
Be big. No, no, middleweight, you middleweight.
For the first time though, this possible confrontation is beginning to feel genuine and isn't just a fantasy match. This would be quite a battle, pound for pound in the past versus the present. Fighting IQ, cardio, IO, king wrestling, and striking. These two men are outstanding in every way. This is a war that will define a legacy, not simply a spectacular fight. Usman still possesses the championship grit and durability that he's shown in his overwhelming performance against Buckley last night, and Islam's domination at lightweight has some fans asking who might ever challenge him. It may turn out to be one of the most significant technical bouts the UFC has ever staged. The forthcoming UFC 317 bout between Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira was recently dissected by Alexander Volkanovski, who has been in the octagon with Topuria and knows firsthand how dangerous he is. Volk recognized the distinctively pressure-heavy technique of El Matador. Volk says he doesn't think Charles will fold into that game, despite the way he walks opponents down, cuts off the cage, and makes them make mistakes. Oliveira takes the initiative and doesn't back down in a conflict. This battle is so interesting because of the clash of styles, two aggressive fighters going up against each other, and it's safe to assume that neither of these guys is afraid to take jabs at the other. All week, Ilia has been relentlessly berating Charles, stating things like Olivia's chin is going to explode, and he should bring a pillow into the cage so he can sleep more comfortably after getting knocked out, and making it obvious that he is not treating her with any respect. Charles has retaliated, vowing to knock Ilia out in order to avoid being outdone. Oliveira is rarely this enraged, and it's obvious that Ilia's trash talk has triggered a reaction since both men are rushing.
Ilia has a chance to knock anyone out. You know, he's got solid hands and very, very dangerous, and he's got a very good focus. So even when things aren't going his way, he's still, you know, he's got like this tunnel vision of, I'm going to find this shot. And that's dangerous when you've got a guy like you, you're like jabbing him up, jabbing, he's missing shots. Some people usually start to like, oh, I better watch out, I better not throw shots until I know they're there, you know, start second guessing themselves. I don't know if I've seen that in Ilia. So when you've got someone that's that stoic through that process, you know, he could definitely find that shot. And if he does, he could put anyone even in the lightweight division out. You know, but again, he's going to find tough guys. I don't think Charles Oliveira is going to be on the back foot at all. I think he's going to, you know, that's something that'll be different for Ilia. I don't think he's ever had someone be like, nah, jam forward as well, if that makes sense. So we'll see how Ilia goes if he's on the back foot. I think I've seen him a couple of times where they have to go on the back foot a little